Hey everyone, what is going on? And we have more battles that I did on stream, and I did really well with this team. I didn't know what to expect. Somebody in chat recommended it. I wish I could give credit, but I don't know who it was. But thank you for recommending the team because it did really well for me. The team is going to consist of Defense TheAccidents in the lead, Shadow Snorlax in the back as a safe swap, and then Guzzlord. So Guzzlord, of course, is going to do well against like the poison and dark types, like Skunk Tank, or even like Drapion. I guess Drapion has Sludge Bomb, which could hit it for neutral damage. But you know, even a Alolan Muk, if you happen to battle in a Alolan Muk, it just has a lot of good answers. But there's also a lot of things that can do well against the Guzzlord, like fighting and fairy types specifically, right? So you do have to be careful about that. But it worked really well for me. I'm really happy with it. I actually got a shield out, which I was not expecting. Because they shielded, I was wondering if they actually did have Zap Cannon Focus Blast. But no, they just want to get another Zap Cannon off. I resist it, and it does so much damage now. They do get the debuff. Unfortunately, I cannot farm down. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw, just to get rid of it, and up comes Virizion. I'll just get off these attacks right now. So yeah, I mean, not going to do much. Again, I am debuffed. Am I double debuffed? I might have been double debuffed because I think I was hit with 2 Zap Cannons, right? One of them I shielded, but regardless, that's fine. I do go ahead and switch out right away to go for this Psycho Boost. This will pick up the knockout against the Virizion or get the shield. I do pick up the shield. Virizion will go ahead and go for an attack right now. Going to be that Leaf Blade, but I'm going to be able to survive it, and my opponent switches into an Aurora. So, I am double debuffed at this point in time, but I'll just get off some chip damage. Now quadruple debuffed, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get off another one. Might as well take the damage before I go down. I actually got it almost down to 50%, so not too bad. Not too bad for me. Now I was thinking maybe I could possibly catch on Guzzlord. Unfortunately, my switch timer was not up. I was going to catch on 8, but my switch timer wasn't up, so I couldn't. So I'm going to go ahead and shield it, and it is a Meteor Beam, so that is a good shield by me. Okay, so basically, this is just a Weather Ball. Basically, what I need to do is charge up for 2 attacks, almost 2 attacks, and that's exactly what I'm doing. My opponent tries to catch on the Virizion, so I throw my Body Slam right now, and then I'm going to switch into Guzzlord. I knew that I would KO. I thought we would KO at the same time, but I actually KO them first. But I have a superpower, and this is going to be enough to KO the Auroras, and I'm going to be able to take that game. And that is going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. Yeah, some of these games were really close. I don't know how I pulled some of them off, but Guzzlord is just so good. It's OP. I really do think Guzzlord is really good. I was hesitant at first when the trainer suggested the team, but I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I might want to try out different teams with Guzzlord, but no, I really enjoyed Guzzlord, no doubt about it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get hit with this attack. It's going to be a Boxlive, that's fine. You know, even if they ultimately end up beating my Deoxys, I'm not going to... I mean, it's good to have the counter user in the lead, right? Yes, Snorlax is fine against Deoxys as well, but if there's a Deoxys in the lead, I would say there's probably not another fighting type in the back. That's not always the case. It could be triple counter, right? There could be a Cobalion in the back. So there's no guarantee, but because I see it in the lead, that's good for me. That's a good sign, I would say. So that's why I'm not switching out. Generally speaking, though, you do have to switch out to lure out a fighting type if there is one with that Snorlax. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this Rock Slide. Very nice. I am winning CMP, which is good. So my opponent will throw another Rock Slide, and I am going to be able to... well, we'll get to the Psycho Boost at the same time, but I'll be able to get mine off first. I do actually have a rank 1 Defense Deoxys, which is really cool. I do throw this Psycho Boost, and I thought maybe they would shield. I wasn't sure, but they decided not to shield it. But it's actually Registeel, so I immediately swap. And Registeel not looking too good. I do have the superpower, but still not looking too good. I take a Focus Blast, and my opponent brings in Melmetal, so it's actually double Steel. So double Steel for the backline, kind of tough, right? The Steel types resisting my Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw from Guzzlord. You have to go for Crunch, hope for a debuff. Yes, you do have superpower, but they are resisting a Body Slam. Not resisting Lick, though. And my opponent does throw an attack. I still have 2 shields. My opponent has no shields. There was no point in shielding that Snorlax. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring my Deoxys, and realized after I did that was a mistake. I was hoping they would throw, thinking I would get to an attack, but they do not throw. So I call this one. I actually play really risky. It is a Rock Slide. The thing is, I know that Registeel cannot lock on me down, even if I take Rock Slides. I call another one. It's a Rock Slide. So that is a good call by me. I'm going to go ahead and go for this attack because I need the shields for the Registeel. Crunch. Hoping for that debuff. No debuff. But get this. I'm able to farm down before they get to another attack. That is huge because now the Registeel comes in and it cannot not lock on me down. They need to get off 3 Focus Blast attacks because I'll shield 2 of them. And then the third one would knock me out if they got to it, but they're not going to be able to. If the Melmetal did get to an attack, I would have had to shield the Melmetal's attack, and they would have been able to win. But luckily for me, the Melmetal did not get off an attack. I thought they were at a move, but they were not. That defense drop does not matter. Time's coming up, so I'm going to go ahead and shield this. And I'm going to be able to get off another Crunch because there's no way they make it to another Focus Blast. And I'm going to be able to take that game. Double steal in the back. Tough matchup for me, but I'm still going to be able to win it. Good game, well played to my opponent. So that's really nice for me. And now we can go ahead and move into the next battle. Defense TheAccidents into Snorlax. Okay, so can I switch out of this matchup? I could go into my own Snorlax to lure out a possible fighting type. I think I do that at some point. Let's see, because I'm staying in now. Well, maybe, I don't know if I do or not. Again, these are my first battles, so maybe I don't. Generally, as I mentioned, you do have to lure out a fighting type with the Snorlax. So definitely need to switch out, but I'm not switching out right now. Because if there's a fighting type in the back, it's going to spell disaster for my backline, right? But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Psycho Boost, not expecting a shield. I do have another Psycho Boost, and at this point, I'm going to switch into Snorlax right away, hoping there's no fighting type. Out comes Giratina. There is a Scrafty. So again, I did not lure out the Scrafty. Not good for me. But I know Guzzlord does well against that Pokemon, that Giratina, right? So we'll see what happens. So does Snorlax for that matter. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam. I do pick up a shield. I'm trying to get to a Superpower. I knew I would live this. I just wasn't sure if I would get to a superpower before they counted me down. But I'm actually at the superpower, and I do get it off. So I'm hoping they let this go. Spoiler warning, they shield it, which is not good. So I bring in my Deoxys. I'm going to go ahead and throw a Psycho Boost. I think I try to go for 2 Psycho Boost attacks just to get some damage off on it. No, I actually switch out. Okay, so I switch out into my Guzzlord. I still have 2 shields, but these counters are going to run right through me. So I'm hoping that by the time I get to a Dragon Tail, it KOs, but I don't think it's going to KO. I don't think it's going to KO, so I do get off this Dragon Claw, and one more will KO. Now, I still have a shield, which is great for me, and my opponent has a Giratina. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Dragon Claw, and it's going to connect. I need to get to one more. Definitely going to go ahead and shield this. I was expecting an ominous win, but I'm still going to go ahead and shield it. It's a Shadow Ball. That is huge. I should be able to make it. I don't even need to make it because I can farm down, and I still take that game. Even though I didn't switch out to lure out the Scrafty, I still am able to win that game. But that's good because I wouldn't want the Deoxys on Giratina anyway, right? Okay, moving on to the next one. Terrible matchup. Obviously, the backline doesn't mind this, so go into Snorlax. Snorlax is the safe swap. Out comes Ninetales. Well, if you have to see a Powder Snow and Ice type, Guzzlord wants to see it. Does not want to see it. Guzzlord, of course, Guzzlord does not want to see it. So it's good that it comes in now, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and shield this one. No, it's a Weather Ball. Really unfortunate for me. So I'm hoping that I need to flip switch. I 100% need to win switch here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I am going to go ahead and shield the next attack because the Dazzling Gleam will just end my Snorlax, I believe. So it is a Dazzling Gleam. So it's unfortunate that I shielded that Weather Ball. I do go down 2 shields, but I had to win switch, right? Guzzlord wants to see this. Now, they're going to go ahead and throw a Seed Bomb. It's not like they could Shadow Claw me down, so that's fine. Seed Bomb coming out. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw these Body Slams. Yeah, they're double resisted, but might as well throw it. I don't expect any shield from this Trevenant. Of course, they're not going to shield, but I am getting it low. I am getting it low because the Lick is super effective. So I'll take that. Body Slam is going to connect, and we do see a switch into Charizard, and I do want to get off one more Body Slam, and I do successfully get off that Body Slam to force a shield from the Charizard. Now I go into my Deoxys. I'm going to charge up for the Rock Slide. I think I throw a Psycho Boost, but I charge up for the Rock Slide. Blast Spin obviously coming in. Not going to be enough to KO me. Deoxys is really, really thick. So I do throw the Psycho Boost, expecting to get the final shield from my opponent, and that's exactly what happens. I do get it. Can I make it to one more? No, because they will not allow me to. But one Dragon Claw is not going to be enough to KO my Guzzlord, right? So I'm going to bring in Guzzlord in a moment. And I do bring in the Guzzlord. And I know they're going to be able to get it off. That's fine. It's not going to be enough to KO me. I was keeping track of... I wasn't sure if they were able to switch yet. I wanted to make sure they don't try and catch. They don't catch, so I do get off the Dragon Claw. Excuse me. This will be enough to KO the Charizard. You love to see it. Now out comes Trevenant. I survive a Shadow Ball. I survive a Seed Bomb. I'm going to be able to take out the Trevenant. So, another tough game, right? A tough lead. Still able to overcome it with that Guzzlord. Guzzlord does so well against Trevenant, right? It does well against Trevenant. Skunk Tank, as I mentioned, I do see a decent amount of those. So yeah, I mean, just overall, like, really good Pokemon. Okay, so going up against the Scrafty, you love to see it in the lead. They do switch out into Skunk Tank. I bring in my Guzzlord. Speaking of Skunk Tank, so I am taking neutral damage from the Poison Jab attacks, but I do resist the Crunch. I don't resist Sludge Bomb, but most of them run Flamethrower. So I usually don't expect Sludge Bomb from a Skunk Tank, and there's a Crunch. So they're hoping for the debuff. So the Poison Jabs do more damage, and my opponent will get to another attack, so I just let Guzzlord take it. Not going to be enough to KO. I'm hoping they don't get a debuff, but they actually do. But I'm still able to farm down in time, so that's great for me. Plus, I come out with a lot of energy, and my opponent wants no part of it. Good game, well played to my opponent. I guess they thought it was over. I don't know. I mean, I guess Scrafty would have come in. I would have brought in TheAccidents. I don't know what's in the back. I get a huge Wooloo. Anyway, that's going to be a beautiful 5-0. Thank you so much to all my opponents for the battles, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.